We all value our privacy. We lock our doors at night, we double-check our windows, and we trust that the spaces we inhabit are secure. But what happens when that sense of security is just an illusion? What happens when you find out that someone has been watching you, following you, or worse, waiting for you? Welcome back. Today, we are diving into 3 terrifying true stories of stalkers and uninvited guests. Make sure your doors are locked, because these stories will make you question how safe you really are. Our first story takes us to the Adirondack Mountains in the northeastern United States. A woman whose job required her to travel frequently decided to use Airbnb to rent a secluded mountain home for a weekend of alone time. It was exactly what she wanted, nestled in the trees with beautiful views and jogging trails. But almost immediately, things felt off. During her morning jog on Saturday, she had an overwhelming, unshakable feeling that she was being watched. She blamed it on the anxiety of being alone in the wilderness. But the feeling lingered. That night, after having drinks with coworkers in town, she returned to the empty cabin. It was close to midnight when she decided to go downstairs to the back deck for a quick smoke. The living room and kitchen were pitch black. As she took a step into the darkness, she saw a shadow blocking the moonlight in the kitchen. She flipped on the light. Standing right there in the kitchen was a tall man with long, shaggy hair and a thick beard. They stared at each other for a few agonizing seconds before the man suddenly lunged at her. Luckily, a kitchen island gave her just enough time to run back to her bedroom and lock the door. She hid in the closet and dialed 911. As she waited, the man began violently beating on her bedroom door, screaming bizarre things, shouting that he loved her and that he had changed. She screamed back that he had the wrong person, but he kept pounding until his fist actually broke through the wood of the door. The police arrived just in time, tackling the man to the ground as he was about to breach the room. But here is the most disturbing part. When the police contacted the property owner, the terrifying truth came out. The man was the owner's ex-fiancé. He hadn't just broken in that night. He had been secretly living inside one of the house's closets for days, surviving on beer and snacks while she was there. He had a kitchen knife tucked into his belt when he was arrested. Our next story is a chilling reminder of how vulnerable we can be in our everyday routines. A college freshman without a car relied heavily on the rideshare app Lyft to get to work. One evening, she ordered a ride. She walked outside to her driveway a few minutes early and noticed a car that perfectly matched the description and color of her driver's vehicle. The only difference? It had dark, tinted windows. Assuming it was her ride, she approached. The driver rolled down the window, told her he was her driver, and even held up his phone displaying her exact profile. In her naive teenage mind, she thought everything was fine, but her app said her driver was still 2 minutes away. Just as she was questioning the situation, another car pulled up, her real driver. She explained the situation to the real driver, and before she could even turn back around, the imposter with the tinted windows sped off into the night. Once she was safely in the real Lyft, the driver told her that in his 10 years on the job, he had never seen anything like that. The horrifying realization set in. The imposter's car looked identical, and he somehow had access to her profile and location, but she didn't have his. She had narrowly escaped a targeted kidnapping by human traffickers who were likely monitoring the rideshare servers to prey on repeating customers. Always check the license plates. Our final story takes us to the halls of a middle school, proving that predators don't just lurk in the dark, sometimes they sit right next to you in class. When a 13-year-old 8th grader befriended a new 15-year-old student named Liam, he had no idea the nightmare he was walking into. During a school field trip, Liam sat next to him on the bus and began inappropriately touching his knees and thighs. Uncomfortable but wanting to be polite, the younger boy brushed it off. Weeks later, while holding Liam's phone during gym class, the boy made a horrifying discovery in the camera roll. Liam had secretly taken around 250 photos of him. The obsession turned violent. One afternoon, Liam grabbed the boy in an empty classroom. When the boy finally reported Liam to the principal, he was ignored, and the principal accused him of starting trouble. The next day, Liam whispered a promise to the boy, "I'm gonna make your life a living hell." And he kept that promise. For weeks, Liam tormented him, leaving bruised and leaving typed graphic notes in his locker, detailing the horrific things he wanted to do to him. Again, the school administration did nothing. It all culminated late one